Hey everybody, and welcome to Down Home Diamond Painting and More. My name's Holly, and tonight we're doing a WIP and Chat. WIP stands for Work in Progress, so y'all get out what you're working on, be it diamond painting or coloring or crocheting or whatever your fancy might be tonight, and we're going to work for a little while together and talk, catch up on what's going on. It's been a little bit since I posted to you guys, and I'm really sorry about that. Had some technical difficulties. I made my last video, and a few days after that, my phone decided to take a major dump. As in, I had the black screen of death. I went to turn it on to use it, and I had zero image. Had sound, got all my notifications, just couldn't see them. So I worked on it for a day or so to try to figure out what was going on with it, if I had done something to it and thrown it out of adjustment. And after a little bit of messing with it and I couldn't get it to work, I got a hold of the nice folks at AT&T and told them what was going on, and because the phone was under warranty, they were willing to replace it for me. Great deal. Only thing was, I couldn't go to the AT&T store and get it done. I had to wait on them to mail me a phone. So it took almost a week for me to get the phone. So in the meantime, I'm, messing with this phone that quit working for 2 or 3 days, and then all of a sudden decided it would work for a couple of days, and then decided it didn't want to work again for another little while, and then it went back to working again, but it was all glitchy. So it was like, what in the world am I going to do except just wait on the new phone. That way I could get back with you folks and do another video and try to get everything done. But in the progress of waiting on the phone, I was working on the new computer that I got at Christmas and found out that, well, crap, I had downloaded a virus. So I'm like, I can't win for losing this technology, guys. Had to get a hold of HP and talk to them, tell them what was going on. And I had to totally factory reset my computer, and I ended up losing everything I had saved on it. So I've had to try to work to restore that. We're back to the old computer to do the editing for now. So that's not a total loss. I just can't use the new computer till I figure out what I've done to it so that I can undone it. Or, start reloading new stuff on it and make sure that my antivirus is up and running and working the way it's supposed to. Because apparently I had let the antivirus lapse on it and I didn't know it. Because in the process of learning the new computer, I missed some notices, I guess. And it left me in a lurch, but that's okay. We'll survive. I'm back again, one more time. And hopefully now, maybe I'm getting the bugs worked out of this system so that I can be with you folks more. But since I didn't have a phone to record my videos with, I haven't done some of the things I said in my last video I would do. I didn't get to the unboxings. Didn't have a way to record them. I will be getting to them now, though. I have a new phone. And they sent me a brand new phone, not a refurbished one. So hopefully, whatever the issue was with the other one, I won't have with this one. Maybe they've worked that bug out, whatever that bug might be. How's everybody doing? I guess I need to tell you what I'm working on. This is a painting. I did not do an unboxing on it because it is somebody else's painting, not mine. so I'm just doing it for them. But this is from Diamond Art Club. The name of the painting is Beautiful Eye. It's by Patrice Murciano, I believe is the way it's pronounced, or Murciano. Not sure. Not real good with some of these names. It's a very small painting, as you can see by comparing the size of my hands to it. It's small. So we'll back you out just a little bit here. Well, I thought we would. Oh, I don't know what I've done now. Let's see. There we go. But as you can see, you know, by looking at it compared to my hands, it's not a very big painting. It's kind of small. Tonight's pen is from, of course, Handmade Diamond Painting Pens and More. Let me turn on the other light so you get a good look at it. This is one of my favorite pens. This one has pine cones in it. And I just absolutely love this. I got this one on a swap. I did not pick this blank out, but the person who did must have been reading my mind as to what I wanted it to look like. So, I like it. I will link this shop down below. And you guys can check in with them. You may not get this exact blank, but they have a lot of blanks with pine cones and flowers and things like that, if that's your choice. But I do love this one. My tray is just a tray that came in a kit. There's nothing spectacular about it tonight. I'm going to turn that back off because that big light washes out my little small light pad. My bigger light pad just wasn't appropriate for this. It's too bright. So I'm using a smaller light pad, that way it doesn't wash out the whole canvas by being so much brightness around the edges. This one's a little more filtered. But I hope everybody has been doing well. We've just had Easter, so I hope everyone who celebrates Easter had a wonderful Easter and a wonderful time with family. The weather here has just been janky as you could ask it to be. I'm trying to figure out what season we're in. Of course, then again, I asked for this when I moved from Florida. You know, I wanted seasons. Well, I got them. Not exactly sure what season we're in right now, but it's been raining like nobody's business, so we're going through a stretch of a little bit of flash flooding in the river. It comes, it's up for a day, and then it goes back away. That's the nice thing about flooding in this area. It tends to drain away pretty quick, because we are up on the mountain a little bit, so it drains down and goes away. Usually in about 24 hours, our flooding's pretty much subsided. I know some people are having snow, a lot of it. That's probably about the only weather phenomena we haven't seen around here, is snow and tornadoes. But we've had massive thunderstorms. We've had a lot of that kind of stuff. And, you know, be 80 degrees. And then 2 days later, it's 30 degrees. And then it warms back up for a few days to 70 degrees. And then it drops again. So it can't quite make up its mind if it's spring yet or not. Trees are blooming, though. So I have hopes that, you know, it will finally finish being spring. Don't mind spring in Tennessee. Summer is not as bad as Florida. I mean, we have days that are a little real hot, but not too bad. Same things are going along with the family that we had going along. My daughter's applied for a job in a new place, though. Working at the nursing home up here. She loves her residents, but some of the working conditions have gotten a little unbearable. Some of their directors and heads of nursing and things like that are relying a little too heavily on the staff to do things that, well, they're not part of their job. It's part of the other folks' job, and they're not doing it. They've had something along the line of a mass exodus up there. She had thought maybe she'd like to change jobs. She'd been considering it for a little while, and then in the last few weeks that sort of all came to the realization there that maybe it was time for her to move on to a new position. So that's what she's going to do. She's moving on to something else. She's already had her interviews, and she's took her drug test, and I think she's supposed to be doing paperwork in a couple of days, and probably in a week or so she'll be in a new job. So I'll be telling you all about how she likes the new job. Oldest granddaughter, still plugging along, working at Walmart. She's been there over a year, so she seems to like it. She has nights that she just would rather be anywhere else but there. But generally overall, she's still liking her job, still liking what she's doing, still liking working midnight shift because, well, they close. She goes to work at 10. They close at 11. She doesn't have to deal with people all night. So that works out nicely. They can get their jobs done and get it over with without having to worry about having customers in their way. Middle granddaughter, she's still going along, trying to finish school, preparing for prom. But she did have a very exciting day yesterday. Not the kind of excitement she wanted, though. She and a couple of her friends went to the store to pick up some things. And as they were coming back, they found a car in the river. And it had just driven off into the river because my son had just left from here, and they passed him about 2 minutes down the road, and he had seen that car as he was leaving. And when they got to the scene a couple of minutes later, this fellow was in the river, car and all. So they called 911 and did what they could to try to get him out of the car, but we think maybe he was having a bad mental day or something because he didn't want to be rescued. He wanted to be left alone. Thank goodness some of our finest and our fire departments and folks like that went down there and convinced him he really did not want to stay in the river. He really did want to get out. So, you know, that was an exciting day for her. It kind of shook her up a little bit. She never kind of dealt with that kind of an urgent emergency, and she was definitely shaken from it, but she recovered well. She's, you know, kind of proud of the fact that they were able to call 911 and keep this guy talking so that they could keep his attention on them long enough for law enforcement to get there and let them take over. See if they could do something with this fella, and I guess they did. because he's out of the river, his car is out of the river, and everything seemed to work out okay. I don't have any more details about him, but he was not hurt, and his car is never going to be the same, but hey, it's just a car. It can be replaced. We just hope that whatever problem he was having that caused him to drive off into the river, he's getting some help for it. Youngest granddaughter, she's still going along, trying to finish up. They're doing some testing this week. Some of the state testing that they have to do before the end of the year to see how the students have progressed, see how well the schools are teaching the subject matter. And thank goodness here they teach the subject, they don't teach the test. So we went for a long time that in Florida they taught to the test. They didn't test to the subject. But here they test to the subject, and they take this test a couple of times a year to make sure everybody's progressing along and there's not changes needed in curriculum. So she's got all this testing this week. And she is feeling pretty good about it. She feels like she's got a good grip on the subject matter. So it's just stressful when you know you're going to be sitting in a classroom all day doing nothing but taking tests. Other than a lunch break, don't get a break from them, but she said it's only this week, so she'll be all right. She thinks that she'll survive it. I told her I thought she would. I really thought she would. Had my son come over yesterday on Easter Sunday and hang out with us most of the day. It was nice to see him. Haven't had a real chance to visit with him in a while. He came over for a short time in February, brought some things over that he wanted to give to my great-granddaughters that his daughter had outgrown. So he came over, and he was here about an hour or so that visit, but yesterday he came over, he was here late morning, and he stayed to eat supper with us. So that was a pretty good day. Helped my granddaughter do a little repair on her car. Hung out and we talked. He and I are planning a trip the end of May, 1st of June. My oldest grandson, my son's oldest son, is graduating high school. And we live in Tennessee and he lives in Maryland, so we don't get to see him real often. So we decided we would make a trip to see him graduate. He's real excited about seeing us. I'm glad. Because I'd hate to make a trip that long and find out he really didn't care if we were there or not. But I'm looking forward to the trip. Give me a little break away from here. Let me go someplace I've never been. Because I've kind of been up and down the eastern seaboard, but it was a really fast trip. Didn't get to see much of anything. And I don't recall going through Maryland. So that'll give me a little bit of a chance to sightsee. See some things I haven't seen before. That's pretty much everything we got going on around here. I mean, it's not been real exciting lately. With the weather being up and down and up and down. And job hunting and job changing and just working. I'm still hanging out with the little ones, and the toddler is classic 2-year-old. She has her time of the day that it's time for a meltdown. And she has them. And just thank God it's late in the afternoon, so all of the night shift workers are already up to go to work before she gets into the overload mode that she goes into in the afternoons, when she's just had more than she can handle for a day. Little bitty one, she's doing what 7-month-olds do. Eating and having formula and growing and learning. And her newest thing is she's learned to blow raspberries, which is a cute thing, till she has a mouthful of carrots. And then everybody in the kitchen is wearing carrots. Even the dog. So we're just dealing with the normal day-to-day things here. I hope everybody else's household is going along with just normal everyday things. No big emergencies, no crisis to deal with, just life. Just having life. Maybe not the way you want it to go, but I guess everybody can point out to somebody that's having it worse than they are right now. Yeah, hoping to start hearing from some of you folks in comments on my videos. I know they're being watched. I see them being watched. And, you know, whether you like the video, you can put a like up there. If you don't like the video, put a dislike up there. I'm tough. I don't expect everybody to like everything I do. Matter of fact, I don't expect anybody to like anything I do. I hope you do. I hope you know, like sitting and chatting with me. I hope you like some of the things I do. But if you don't, hit a dislike on it. I mean, that tells me that I need to be changing things up. Silence may be golden, but criticism is really nice too. And I can take it. I don't mind at all. Criticism helps me grow, makes me a better person, makes me a better YouTuber. So, you folks, you know, give me a like, a dislike. Throw me a comment and say, hey, you know, your videos are really lousy. You need to do something else. And I'll give you a thank you for that and go, okay, well, I guess I need to change something. But in the meantime, I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing because, well, I like being here with you folks. I just like being here with you. It's just really nice to be able to put myself out there to the world and hope that maybe there's somebody out there that I'm helping out, I'm benefiting somehow, I'm, you know, giving you a break from whatever's going on in your life. Maybe I can give you a laugh, or you can at least go, yeah, I remember when my kids did that, or I can remember when my grandkids did that, or mine are doing that now. That way, you know you're not rocking along in the boat by yourself. You know there are other people in the same boat as you. But I'm not going to keep you a great long time tonight. It's kind of been a long couple of days. Had some nights that little people didn't want to sleep. And, well, honestly, don't nobody sleep until they do. So, particularly since the older one has decided that she must have her mama, and that's me. And nobody will do. Not mommy, not grandma, just mama. So, when I'm so in demand, I don't sleep until she does. And when we figure out what's keeping her from being able to go to sleep, like she said, we'll fix it. But in the meantime, I'll just go along dealing with helping her get over whatever it is that keeps her from being able to rest well at night. So, I'm going to let you folks go. I'm going to continue on with this painting. Like I said, this is for somebody else. This is a gift. So, I didn't have an unboxing, but I am going to dress it up. They asked me to, dress it up for them a little bit. This one doesn't come with any ABs or anything like that, so I'm going to put some on it. Dress it up, make it pretty. So, in a WIP and Chat, I'll finish it up and show you what it looks like and show you how I dressed it up and maybe give you an idea on something you want to do with yours, or at least do with one of your other paintings. But we're going to go for tonight, and we'll get back with you after a while. We'll sit down and talk some more later. I'm going to see if I can finish getting all these technical issues worked out, and hopefully by the end of the week have an unboxing video up and a post review on my other painting that I just finished. But we're going to call it an evening. I'm going to let you nice folks go on and tend to whatever things you've got going on that you need to be tending to, instead of sitting here listening to me. And I'll wish you, as always, as we close, may the sun shine warm on your face. May the rain fall soft on your garden. May love find you always. Y'all come on back, and we'll talk some more the next time. Bye, y'all.